What's up, family? Welcome back to my channel. I'm your girl Cam Reads. Today I want to talk to you guys about the coronavirus and everything that's kind of going on in the media for it. And so I'm sure you guys have been following this coronavirus, and you see that supplies are sold out in stores. You can't buy Lysol, you can't buy toilet paper, you can't buy water. Everyone is afraid. People are traveling with Clorox wipes and spraying their kids with 409, and just everything. And I'm just not as concerned, and I know that sounds crazy because like my sister has been texting me like, oh my goodness, the coronavirus this, oh my goodness, the coronavirus that. And recently I was traveling with my family, so my husband, myself, my son, we all went up north for a wedding. And I don't know, like, to me, I get it, I see that it's happening, spreading around the world, but there's not enough people being infected for people to be worrying the way that they are. Like, heart disease kills more people every single year than this coronavirus has killed. Heart disease, and like, you still find that most people are sedentary. They don't exercise. They're not getting the recommended. Diabetes afflicts more people than the coronavirus. Asthma, like swimming pool deaths, and nobody seems to be concerned about these things. And so for me, I think the media has a lot to do with it. It is sensationalizing it, but they've sensationalized everything. You remember a couple years ago, we were all going to die from Ebola. And then before then, we were all going to die from the bird flu. And then before that, we were all going to die from the swine flu. Like, it's always something, guys. And that's the thing, is if you let yourself be swayed every time the media says that something's dangerous, you're never gonna live. And I think instead of being afraid of this coronavirus, which again, from what I've read and what I'm seeing, it's really only detrimental to those that have weakened immune systems. So that's the elderly. Those are people that maybe have cancer right now or have some sort of medical condition. It's not the vast majority of us, And so if you fall into one of those groups where you're susceptible, then I understand taking all of these extra necessary precautions and following the news. But for the vast majority of us, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine, just like you were fine with Ebola, just like you were fine with the swine flu. But it makes me wonder why everyone is so afraid of this. I'm someone, I view death a little bit differently. So the way I think is I always think in terms of if I die, when I die, because I understand that that's a part of living, is to die. And that might sound morbid and it might sound dark, but it really is, so death is a part of life and you've got to embrace that. And so my fear has never been dying, but dying unfulfilled, dying not having lived the life that I wanted to live, or being true to myself and expressing the things in myself that I feel are worthwhile. And so I can't help but be reminded of that when people are seemingly panicking over just whatever this latest new flu is or sickness is supposed to wipe us all out, And so that's what I want to tell someone. Like, if you're that afraid of dying, then you should be doing everything in your power to live. And that includes realizing those dreams that you've been sitting on. That includes doing the things that you said you're going to get to one day. Working on yourself, working on your issues, healing yourself, being a kind person, being a compassionate person, being passionate about what it is that you do. Because I feel like when you live that sort of life, it takes that fear out of dying. Because even if you die knowing that you expressed yourself, that you were able to live life. So rather than being afraid of dying, be afraid of not living. Be afraid of not truly showing up in this world, in this life, with all that you can. Be afraid of being buried with your gifts still inside of you. That to me is scary. That to me is more scary than any virus or anything else that can happen, is dying unfulfilled, dying without having ever really lived. And so, I hope that helps somebody and kind of puts it in perspective at least a little bit. Common sense, still wash your hands. Like, of course, I'm not going to go out here touching up everything and licking my fingers. That would just be crazy. But, you know, stop being so afraid, because when you're afraid, that also, there's chemical reactions that go on in your body, and you make yourself more susceptible to illness, because your mental state has a lot to do with your physical state, and there's a link, and there have been studies to show that link. So stop being so fearful. Just take the necessary precautions. Wash your hands, okay, before you eat, after you use the bathroom. But don't go around here and, you know, and just be fear-based. I think that's what the powers that would be, you know, they thrive on that, because your fear enables them to be able to do things. Like, this is crazy to me. So we've got travel bans going on. Problem? Sorry, y'all. I was just parking and I saw these gentlemen looking at me like they had a problem because I pulled up, and so we had to say it aloud. But anyway, like I said, don't be afraid of dying. Be afraid of not living. That's my message. Until next time, y'all, as always, peace, love, be safe. I love y'all.